Hi there, this is Mr. Sand's experimental setup for the Displacing Chemistry Ilab. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be watching this video and then you're going to say, okay, I want to change some variable there, and you're going to describe a procedure in which you change a variable in this setup right here. So let me show you the glassware first. So this right here is you can see it, maybe, it's a 125 milliliter Erlenmeyer flask. And it's got a stopper fitted to it. This is where the reaction is going to take place. We're going to combine acetic acid and we're going to combine sodium bicarbonate, and that'll produce a gas, carbon dioxide, the same kind of gas that we breathe out. And that gas should flow up through here, through this stopper, into this little glass tube, and then into the plastic tube. This plastic tube, even though it looks dirty, it still allows gas to pass through it. So we're going to go through this, the gas is going to go through here, and the gas is going to be pushing down on the gas in here, and this is a stopper as well, it's airtight. So if the gas pushes down in here, then that pushes down this water, and the only way for the water to escape is through this other little glass tube through here, and it's got a little setup over here. Then it goes to this rubber tube, and this water is going to be displaced. It's going to push up through here, all the way to the back, and into this container, this large graduated cylinder, and that's going to measure how much water is displaced. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding some acetic acid. You might know that as vinegar. And we have a small amount of vinegar right here. We can see exactly how much. Ooh, we've got to measure this. So it's kind of hard to see the markings here. Ah, there we are. It looks like the 10 milliliter mark right there. It's just below the 10 milliliter mark. We can get close on this, we can see it a little bit better. You're gonna have to take my word for this. It is, I'm looking at it right now. It's, what is that? It's 9.78 milliliters, 9.78 milliliters that I'm going to be adding to this vessel right here, and we're going to be adding in the acetic acid. We can see how much baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate. We've got 2.8 grams of sodium bicarbonate right here that I'm going to put in right now. So I'm going to be doing that right now. I'll let you see the reaction vessel as I do this. I take out the stopper. Okay, I'm going to put in the sodium bicarbonate first. I do that by rolling this up and plopping it in. Now, this reaction is going to take place right away. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing something really quickly. Here, I'm going to move this back so you can see exactly what I do. You can see the reaction happen as well. I'm going to be putting this acetic acid in, and I'm going to be putting this stopper on as soon as I can to stop any extra gas from escaping here. I'm going to assume that there's no gas that's escaping, but really there's going to be a little bit of gas that escapes. I should also say that this over here is not filled with water. None of this is filled with water over here, so that might be something you might want to consider when you're considering your error or uncertainty or whatever, or if you want to rewrite the procedure slightly. Okay, so again, this is water right here. This is baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate, and this is vinegar, also known as acetic acid. So I'm going to combine these together. They're going to produce carbon dioxide, going to flow through here, going to displace this water. It's going to push it down. The water is then going to escape through this little tube over here, and we're going to measure how much water is displaced. You need to decide on a variable that will change the outcome of this experiment. So tell me the variable you want to change that will change the outcome of this experiment. I can give you some examples. Some examples are changing this liquid, changing the amount of this liquid, changing this right here, this substance, or the amount of this substance. Actually, we're not going to change the type of vinegar or the type. Actually, we could change the type of vinegar. Maybe you want to just try like apple vinegar or wine vinegar or something like that. Maybe that you think would change right here the outcome of this experiment. This, though, we're not going to change. That's sodium bicarbonate. We're going to keep that the same. You can change the amount of that if you like to. You can change the amount of this liquid if you think that's important. It's all up to you. The liquid in this middle Erlenmeyer flask that's going to be displaced. We're not going to change this setup, so decide what you want to change. Maybe we want to change the temperature of this. Maybe we want to change, I don't know, you decide. But those are some options you can change. So I'm going to add it right now and see if anything happens. Fingers crossed. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. Aha! Oh! So right away you see some errors that happened. I hope you see the errors that have happened. And I'm going to show you what's going on over here. See? You can see the liquid going through here. There's some gas going through there as well. That's interesting. Looks like it's just pushing some water up there. And you can see over here, I'm letting the whole reactions happen. It's still going. It's still producing some gas bubbles. But you can see that there are some errors that that happened with me. For one, I spilled a little bit of this acetic acid on the desk. See that right there? That's probably something. And I didn't even use all of the acetic acid. Look at that. There's still some left. Ooh. Maybe I should have used less. Okay, and over here, of course, and this popped off. So since that popped off with such a force, that means lots of gas escaped, which then would not allow me to displace some of this extra water over here. So there's a couple errors that went on here, but I just wanted to show you what this experiment was, so that way you can see kind of vaguely what the results were, even though there were some errors. I'm going to show you what the results were over here, since this has now stopped. I'm going to take a closer look at this and see how much water was displaced. Even though it's see-through, you can still kind of see what this is. This is just over 20. That's 30 right there. So we're in between 20, and each one of these little tick marks, I'm guessing, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's 1 milliliter, so this is 20, looks like 21 point, I'm looking at the side here, 21.5, 21.5, I'm going to guess that, 21.5 milliliters have been displaced. Okay, so this is just gives you a little bit of an overview of what this experiment looks like, and you can decide what kind of variables you want to change, and then I will, of course, run the experiment for you, and then I'll show you the results, and you can decide how you want to go forward. Okay, so let me know what your procedure is. I can okay that procedure, and then I can run it for you, and I can get you your results. Okay, bye.